Sam Raimi.
Oh yeah. That's it. Yeah, we can leave with that. Sam Raimi's directing.
We got one other thing, but yeah, Sam
Raimi's directing Doctor Strange, the horror movie Doctor Strange.
Largely indifferent because I can't remember the last good thing he did.
See, I
Spider-Man 2.
Drag me to hell.
I was looking at
I
his
loved
catalog,
that movie.
I thought it was okay.
and I first got him mixed up with
Like he
the
also
guy
did
that
Spider-Man
directed
3.
all the X-Men movies, because I was like, because the first thought
They don't
came
let
to mind.
Bryan Singer do movies anymore, man. He fucking diddled.
He's still doing movies. I thought.
No.
Are you sure? No. Well, that's what I was thinking when you said Sam Raimi. I was getting him confused with Bryan Singer. I was
Pull up Bryan Singer and see what the last thing he did was.
Diddling kids is what he did.
Well, yeah.
He fucked a young girl somewhere.
But that's what they all do when they're in power. Some of them just hide it.
Did you see that?
No man should have all that power.
I saw an article today that said Brad Pitt went off about how Hollywood's all about fucking kids and how everybody who's in control there is the whole reason they don't care about making movies.
Dark Phoenix. He just directed
children.
Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, they didn't cut him
Or
out.
no, uncredited producer.
Oh.
Okay.
Uncredited.
He just put up some money for it.
No, go Brad Pitt.
Producer.
Because that really is all they are.
Oh, yeah.
All of the award shows are them stroking each other's cocks. And yeah.
Hey, by the way, I went and rewatched, because they take and just cut it up and put it in clips and put it on YouTube. I went and rewatched all of the Ricky Gervais jokes, and I changed my mind. I actually thought he was brilliant. I thought he was fucking hilarious.
He always is.
Yeah. I thought
You were talking about
good.
the Golden Globe?
Yeah.
No, he's talking about the guy who called us out on it. Because you guys said he was towing the line.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I thought it was good. Also, by the way, he does not, Ward, you made it seem as if, because I had to go back and rewatch it. He says the thing about the Apple, and you're like, then he looks at his fucking Apple Watch. You make it seem like this big fucking thing where he's like,
I didn't say that.
I said that.
Was it you?
But he does. He just goes, it's about
you can't
time.
even fucking tell it's an Apple Watch. He's literally talking about how long the show is, and he just like looks at like to show how long is this fucking show. He's like, Jesus, like he's not like he doesn't like.
So you don't think it was a calculated thing?
I'm sure it was.
No,
He didn't even show the watch.
You can see it, and he goes,
You can see if you pause it like those fucking nutcases who pause like the Lion King so they can see
Like the
the
nutcases who comment on this podcast.
Exactly.
That is exactly what we're talking about.
like freeze frames. says
creep forward second by second.
I
so
had
you
to
can see
tell
the
somebody at work what a
preacher have a
minge
boner.
was.
Yeah, hey.
did you know beforehand?
I knew.
I didn't. I had to look it up, so that's.
Oh
I had no
man,
idea.
Really?
Sometimes I
So I
take
looked
for
it
granted
up.
knowing a lot of those things.
I didn't know
Negative
what minge was either. I'll admit, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't. I put it. So that's why I looked it up, and then I commented.
It's a
back
British
the definition.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Four
got
minges.
called
He was like,
four
I don't know
minges."
what minges are. It's like, oh, muff.
It's funny that they. It's funny that they're commenting because it helps. Please comment, subscribe, comment away, please. It's gonna show up in your feed again.
This whole clip will be what everybody comments
The Ricky
on
Gervais
too.
recap. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
It's really good. It actually is really good.
I didn't think I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was. And maybe I didn't articulate my argument as well as I should have at the time, but I felt like it was one of those things where it's like Ricky Gervais and Hollywood all got together and they all had this like.
I don't think so.
Like the
Me
producers
neither. I
and
think
stuff, it's
Ricky
like,
Gervais
they're
went
like, he's
with
gonna
a planned
say some
opening
things.
and then just ad-libbed
That
the
fucking
rest.
two popes joke is so funny. That is such a funny joke. He's like, what was it? He's thinking about a lot of movies about pedophiles this year. He's like, Neverland, leaving Neverland, the R. Kelly movie, two popes.
Maybe I'll rewatch his monologue. I'll do that
That's
and
good.
see.
Also, and then I was mistaken because he did have a fucking Harvey Weinstein joke in there.
Oh, yeah.
he did.
But
It was
it was really quick.
There should have
and
been more.
They were
for
pretty-
sure because
I
that
thought
guy
there would be more.
is a slam dunk. You can't go wrong.
I guess
the Epstein joke is
where
funny.
my hang up was it was just as it just got so much coverage. It's like he slayed like
Yeah.
and why shouldn't it? I guess. I
Yeah,
mean
that's
that's what.
good.
Did you
that's
see
the
that
culture that we live
Epstein's
in now, so.
Virgin Islands account had millions of dollars transferred into it, and then it all just went away?
Oh, cool.
How long
Yeah.
ago? Just
Like-
recently?
Yeah, it was a headline today.
He's alive.
And of course, that was what all the reactions were
Yeah.
like. See,
So
he's still alive.
so
he didn't
actually
kill him.
Didn't
No.
kill himself.
He didn't kill himself. He was transported out, and he's living a second life somewhere else. Like,
No, he's
Maybe he
dead.
is. He had a lot of money.
He did.
yeah, it's not like he couldn't have paid off the people in the prison, especially if he knew the Clintons were going to kill him.
Let's see a
And
body.
and
Did
if
we
he had
see
to
a body? Did we
live
see a body?
on one of his random islands that they don't know about,
Sure.
and just you can't leave, you can't do it. Elvis,
Oh, I'm stuck on
Elvis has been
I'm
doing
stuck
it
on
Same
an island fortress. Darn.
because Elvis is a kid diddler too.
I don't ever
yes.
have to put a shirt or shoes on again.
Really? Well, he fucking married
And he
a
votes.
14-year-old.
He votes Clinton.
Yeah, Priscilla was like
Presley?
14 or 15, right?
Presley, huh?
Priscilla was like 14 or 15
She
when he
was
married her.
she was 14 when
Yeah.
he fucking married her.
Really?
I mean, it's not as bad as Jerry Lee Lewis, who married his 13-year-old cousin.
Great balls.
The Great
of
Balls
Fire.
of Fire guy.
But no.
Randy, or not Randy, but Dennis Quaid played him. Did you ever see that? That was a great
It
movie.
was a great movie.
So yeah, Presley is a piece of shit. I actually just recently learned that.
Yeah, I didn't know
Revisionist
that.
history. It was great. But he
And he may be dead now, but he wasn't dead then.
Oh, I'm sure.
so he
got abducted
he
by
married
aliens.
a 14-year-old Priscilla, and then at the hotel room that they were at the hotel they were living in, he locked her in a room for a week at a time where they would have sex, like just ravenous sex for like weeks at a time, and they had food delivered to their room, and they had to like leave it on the outside, and he had to bring it in the room, and then he wouldn't let her leave, and they just had sex for like weeks at a time.
I bet
He's
they
a-
were just eating food weeks at a time.
Well, he was definitely eating something. He didn't
He
let
was eating something.
He didn't let her eat
somebody.
any food. Did you see him? He wasn't eating. He let her eat food. He was like John.
He was just having tacos.
He
he
like
was
John-
probably shooting up and eating a bunch of food.
He's like, hey,
and-
bring me another fried banana and peanut butter sandwich. I gotta go take a dump. I hope this isn't my last
Fuck.
one.
You're missing out not being an Elvis impersonator.
I have to go
I
take.
got-
I have to go
Dude, that
take
shit
another.
would be easy, and you could do it.
I have to go take another dump. I hope it's not my last one. No, don't worry, baby. I'll just bring this fried banana and peanut butter sandwich with me in the bathroom. That's how he died, on the sandwich with a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Remember they told her
On
don't
the
worry.
sandwich with a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
He was
He probably
in the
said something
bathroom.
like,
On
"You
the
stay
toilet.
right
On the
there."
toilet.
That's how I want to go.
You sit on the
I
sandwich.
wouldn't like
know.
peanut butter and banana sandwiches, but that's how I want to go.
Oh,
Hot take. On the sandwich.
he's like, in with the new, out with the old, baby.
That was it right there. All 2 seconds of what just happened. That is a soundbite.
I hope you're getting wet out there, baby. We're gonna go for another one.
Every time
I
you
need
hear
a little
about
more satisfaction.
every time you hear about somebody doing something like that, like locking themselves in a room and fucking for 2 weeks, you're
That's a
like,
song.
did that really happen? Is
It
that what
doesn't.
happened?
Nobody fucks that long.
Like, how much of that was them banging, especially with the
For
shape he was
real?
in?
It's like, chafing.
And how much was it just him watching fucking cartoons? You know?
I know I get sore after an hour, and I'm sure that girls get sore way earlier than that.
Come here, baby. Elvis has got to give you a little blue suede goo.
And scene.
And see. Don't
Wow.
you step in my blue
disgusting.
Wow.
suede goo.
I'm disgusting.
That was fantastic.
Blue suede goo is my new favorite thing.
Now it's Johnny Bravo.
It's the same. Hey, little mama.
Yeah, Elvis came out of hiding to voice Johnny Bravo.
A little less conversation, a little more action, please.
He did all those beach movies. There you go.
Blue suede goo.
That's got to be the episode title, Blue Suede Goo.
I'd say so. It's
Fuck. That's funny.
Don't step in my blue suede goo.
we'll save the leftover content for next episode.
Please comment on the podcast if you actually watch it. Comment on it. Say, I liked it. I hated it. Those guys should die in a fire. All of that great stuff.
Minge.
Yeah,
Call us minges. We don't care.
Why
But
are
a
you wearing a
comment is
merkin on
better
your
than
shirt?
nothing. If you even wasted 15 seconds of your time and like, yeah, this is dumb.
That's actually my favorite movie. The
Jump
Secret
and
Minge.
type out,
I
this
interacted
is
with the guy that
dumb.
Called us minges. Like
Yeah.
we had like a whole exchange.
You had a whole exchange. I was embarrassed by the whole thing.
Were ya?
I was.
I don't want notoriety.
Speaking of
And
which,
yet you do a weekly podcast.
Talk about the our cash grab.
Send us money. Send us $1.
Hey,
Seriously.
we're trying to buy an owl camera, so we have a
To up our game.
Facebook, a Facebook crowdfunding thing out there. You should go look up our Facebook and find it. But
Like our Facebook page, it's Time Spit Poorly Podcast. You can find the
we want to
crowdfund
get
in
an
there.
owl camera to make this show look even better.
Yeah.
And if you stayed this long, send us $1.
Send a
Just $1, $1 a show, like
If everybody,
Dan
if
Carlin.
everybody put a buck in, even just all our friends, we'd have the money in
Yeah.
a minute. So
Like a
You have
minute.
way
There
more
you go.
friends than I do.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Without a
obviously
doubt.
they're not my friends if they're not,
They're not forking over the fivers.
I'll be your friend, baby.
Well, if I had $1 per friend, I couldn't even make my house payment. So
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. TSPN.fun. See you next week.
peace.
Fuck.
Come here, little Priscilla. I want to see some of blue suede goo over your minge pie.
One shot take. He is the reincarnation
He's disgusting. So gross. Damn, baby. Why don't you bring me a fried nanner sandwich so I can go take a dump?